Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic, or today's topic, depending on your time zone, is they are coming for your food. Fair porn. All right, how's everybody doing out there? Let me go over here and get to the comments and say hi to everybody out there. All right, first one in was Sumi. Second was Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. Then it was Walt Rogers, and he says he'll be lurking from down in the barn. Mad Chick Acres is present. Phelan Clan Wolf says another week at Scout Camp is done. Susan Galea is here. Joseph Moore is here. Pat Small is here. And Aidan is here. Chef Tech is here. And Mark's here.
Hey, wait, there's my camera.
Okay. Well, that was
Falling Down.
Falling Down.
Love that movie. My wife loves it. My wife's just like, oh my God, I was just talking about that.
That's the one where he was on his way home and everything went wrong.
Yeah, and he went down to get a soda, didn't want to break $1. Then he found a bag of guns, and then he wanted breakfast. That's the breakfast one.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Finally got rid of the grandkids. Of course, 2 of them want to come back over as soon as this live stream's done. So, all right.
Which means they'll be there before the live stream's done.
Huh?
They'll be there before the live stream is done.
No, because I made sure their mother knew. I'll go over and pick them up.
Ah, good plan.
Yeah. Oh, and Bushcraft family just came in. Woohoo. So tonight's topic is brought to you by Mad Chick Acres.
They're coming for your food.
Yeah. And I had to throw up this other backdrop up here because it's another fake food porn misinformation, because people read one thing and they don't know everything that's going on, and it's just some of the information I have is maybe slightly enlightening to everybody. So might as well just go ahead. Oh, stuff popping up over here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's shift on over here. And we're going to go through a couple slides. I want to give a couple of them. Now, this is a thumbnail from a channel which I have blocked out, and the entire thing is fear porn over there, because 8 items that FEMA will confiscate. No, they won't. And there's a very good reason why FEMA won't be out confiscating stuff.
Because they don't know what's in it.
Not only that, when I get to the meat of this, you're going to realize, holy crap. Okay. And all right, just some things going on. As much as certain agencies are hated now, actually, or I think the most hated one now is ATF again. And there have been several sheriff's departments give them the finger and say, no, we will not help you out. In fact, we will hinder you when you try to come in to make raids in our county. They've said basically, yeah, no, you're breaking the Constitution. We'll arrest you for treason when they try to come in and take somebody's firearms or something like that. And so, fortunately, ATF has been smart enough to back off and go, okay, we'll just ignore that county for now. And so, but there are several putting out. There was another one that said 10 items that FEMA confiscate. Another one had 12 items that they're going to come confiscate. No, they're not. That's all fear porn. This is what FEMA looks like, folks. Yeah. 99.9% of FEMA are people I've seen and worked with and looked at. They're out of shape. They're pencil pushers. And they're overworked. They are severely overworked. And these guys aren't coming to your house to take nothing. And said, I got one more after this, or to go straight? Okay, yeah. So the law, I pulled off of an article. It says lawmakers debate the role of an overworked and under-resourced FEMA. Despite some hiring success, FEMA is taking on more tasks while operating at 65% capacity. In other words, they're short 35% people of the number of people they're supposed to have just to do the basic job they're supposed to be doing originally, not all the crap that is being tagged onto them. And so I'm going to pop this out so I can pull that. Actually, I can go have to because I got that going up here. So let me change here for a second. Go to here while I drop that down and bring up the other one here. Okay, so this is from the government executive electronic magazine thing. Here's the link for it. Okay, so you guys can all look at it, read it yourselves later on. And that's where that last slide was pulled from. And the problem is here, you got idiot lawmakers passing all these BS rules, passing all these BS laws and stuff, and saying, "Oh, we're going to make these guys go do this." It's not what their original mandate was for.
It's not in their job description either.
Yes, it's not.
And it's a government job, so they can play that game all day long.
Yeah. So in recent years, FEMA has deployed to natural disasters, wildfires, and then the U.S.-Mexico border in support of resettling Afghan evacuees for pandemic assistance while dealing with a staff 6,000 employees have warned they are fatigued due to the lack of downtime between deployments, and burnout is spiking as they no longer experience true off season, because during their off season, Congress has passed all this BS crap and is giving all these extra tasks to do that they were never meant to do. Hey, Tibor, how's it going? Let's see on it here. Okay, so some Republicans on the House Transportation Infrastructure Committee's panel on emergency management said on Tuesday, and this came out on March 13th this year, perhaps FEMA, in part due to congressional mandates, they're admitting it here, has taken on too much responsibility. They suggested FEMA has engaged in mission creep, particularly as it relates to emergency food and shelter assistance provided for immigrants, which it was never supposed to do, arriving at the border. FEMA shouldn't even care about these immigrants arriving at the border, because Customs and Border Protection needs to be there, and Border Patrol needs to be stopping them and keeping them from coming into the country, rather than say, "Oh, come on in, we got free shit for you that we're going to take from our normal citizens."
Hell, they're flying them in.
Yeah,
but that's another episode.
Republican Scott Perry, Republican from Pennsylvania, who chaired the hearing, FEMA can't be all things to all people. We have to get a handle on the proper role of FEMA and ensure FEMA's internal controls reduce fraud and misuse of taxpayer funds for recovery from emergencies. That's what FEMA's for.
I got two major FEMA depots within 20 miles of me. Yeah. One of them is loaded with nothing but Caterpillar generators.
Yeah. FEMA Administrator Diane Criswell noted her agency took on the responsibility only after 2019 law tasked it to do so. At the peak of FEMA's deployments to the Southwest, she said just 250 agency personnel were working on the border. Today, that number is down to 50. They finally reduced some of it down, but because Congress said send people down, that they had to ship 250 people down to the border to do a job they're not supposed to be doing. All right. Republican Derek Van Orden, of a Republican of Wisconsin, even said that reduced figure of 50 employees down there is too high, noting there are still acute disasters to which FEMA must respond. Okay, so FEMA is doing all this crap and doing it and made to function at 65% of its operating capacity. Why aren't they hiring more people? Because Congress has cut their budget. FEMA doesn't have the budget to hire the 35% more people they need to hire to just be able to do the job they're supposed to be doing.
Why do they need a budget? Just print the money like they've been doing anyway.
Oh, that's the central bank.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, government just give me more money and pay more FEMA people. Yeah, we go.
Hey, Teresa, how's it going? So basically, Congress is not allowing money to go to FEMA. They want to use it for their pet projects, like giving free shit to illegal aliens,
like Visa gift cards. Yay.
Yeah. So basically, what it is, FEMA is being tasked to do all these stupid things that they're not meant to be doing. They don't have the personnel to do the basic stuff, let alone all the stupid shit that Congress keeps. It gets a hair up their butt and say, "Oh, have FEMA do that too." Having not read the actual mandates of the government offices they're screwing with. Hey, Stephanie Joe Roundtree. So when someone says FEMA's coming for your food, on, it has a bunch more related articles on it at the bottom of it. Yeah, and it's like here's some of the related articles. Biden taps FEMA to run interagency effort to house record influx of immigrant children. Biden administration soliciting volunteers throughout the government to deploy for disaster response instead of FEMA. Wait a minute, that's FEMA's job, is to deploy for disaster response, not these other agencies.
Where are they housing all these children? Just saying.
In the cages that the abomination set up, and then they blamed on Trump and said, no, that was Obama that did that.
And then they go missing.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got more related stories on it. That's that link I put in there was to this article, and there were several other articles as well. But it's the thing to remember is what does FEMA look like? This is what FEMA looks like.
What a diverse
out of shape pencil pushers. That's FEMA. That is what FEMA is.
But they're diverse.
And they're overworked, they're overstressed, and they're they want to Congress. Our treasured homestead. Hey, welcome. So when you see a channel out there saying, "Oh yeah, FEMA is going to be doing this, and this," when a disaster happening, you can just laugh at them and you make a comment in there. FEMA is understaffed by 35%, and Congress has no intentions of funding them anymore. And remember, FEMA went broke during the Puerto Rico event. down there. And Congress fiddle-farted around for weeks before they gave them more money to be able to get more supplies and personnel down to Puerto Rico.
Well, they had the supplies there. They just weren't giving them out.
No, they didn't even have the supplies there at that point. They had some supplies there, but the majority of which they wanted shipped down there, FEMA couldn't even buy because they'd gone broke already because they've been having to do all this other crap they're not supposed to do. Exactly, Tibor. Happy Mac. Hey, how's it going? So when, you got, the, hang on, let me change that on bottom here. That wasn't supposed to be clicked on, so let me change that. Switch. Let's get back up here to, where'd it go? Crap. I hate it when things get out of whack here. My side thing. That's that. There we go. So stopping all the fantasy, the fear porn, the Kool-Aid drinking, and all that other stuff, you got to realize that Congress may make a rule. So, when this happens, this is what FEMA's going to do. Well, the problem is when they add these rules to it, there are certain ones that they can't change. And when they add that rule to it, it goes to the bottom of the list. And if you got an agency that has a 35% shortfall of proper staffing for what their main core is, and not all this fluff bullshit that's been tacked on the bottom. And the thing is, though, what's happening is that when they finish something up there, instead of having some downtime to do paperwork and do their stuff they're supposed to be doing, taking their vacations, which they've been forced not to take, and the time off, which they've been forced not to take, and to go do these fluff ones down at the bottom, these BS ones. If someone says, "All right, we want you to take people's food," they're you can have an agency rebelling against Congress.
It won't be FEMA taking your food. It'll be Homeland Security and the local police.
It won't be Homeland Security either. They don't have the staff either. They're understaffed.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I guess we just have to worry about the local gangs raiding people's houses.
The gangs, yes.
Everything you've got, yeah.
Because the sheriff's department's not going to be doing it because they're going to be too busy doing the stuff they're supposed to be doing. The city police aren't going to be going door to door to look for food because they're going to be dealing with other stuff.
They're going to be too busy worried about their own families.
Exactly. And they're not going to be going door to door stealing people's food because they know exactly what's going to happen. Because that's going to get out instantly, and suddenly the populace is going to turn against the police department that's doing that, or the sheriff's department that's doing that, and it's going to be open season on them. And they're smart enough to realize, whoa, the government just stepped over its authority limit there, and we're going to disregard anything they tell us on this. We're too busy doing real police work. Oops, I got to go back over here. Okay. But what about DEI training?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. What's that picture you showed? I said, wow, what a diverse group.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, they can't get people to hire on because the word is out that they are short, they're overworked, they're being told to do stuff, and even when they do have money to hire new people, they're having a hard time getting to hire new people. People to go, nobody's applying. Nobody's applying.
They don't pay crap anyway.
Yeah. Oh, they pay just like any other federal agency on the GS scale. So
yeah.
So if you come from a military background and you translate over to a certain GS scale, that's what they got to start you at, that scale. You come from another agency, you don't drop your scale down. You start at that GS scale you were at in another agency. Hey, Jeremy, I've seen it. Okay, I've seen a channel talk about the Dems list from goods we've bought and know right where to come to grab your stuff. The problem is they have nobody to come grab your stuff. Yeah, you know. And the thing is, they say it's a FEMA's list. It's not a FEMA's list. FEMA does not have the manpower to track who's buying what and who's getting what. And if you're paying cash for stuff, or if you're growing your own food and canning your own food, they don't know that.
That's what the AI is for. Scrubbing through your Facebook videos and things to say, oh, okay, we know what this person does.
Yeah, problem is, has anybody had any experience with YouTube's AI and all the mistakes it made? Or
not YouTube, the government's AI that watches all this stuff and saves all the data down in Arizona somewhere in some giant or whatever.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, AI is only as good as the people putting stuff into it. And even the government's AI has so many glitches and stuff that they don't, things just get missed. And a lot of things get missed, and a lot of things get miscategorized. So.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of things that people think because they heard somebody say, "Oh yeah, they passed the law where they got to do this." Well, they didn't pass a law. They passed crap. It's not a law. It's one of the other bills and stuff for dictating what agencies are supposed to do, but it's not a law in the fact that it's if you do this or you go to jail type law. It's I'm trying to think of the word. It's like a directive for management of municipal ordinances for building codes and stuff like same type thing. It's all right. This is what's supposed to happen, but the problem is. A lot of these bullet, it's not actually a mandate. It's not a mandate. It's like I'm trying to think of the term. I was just talking with the city attorney, and it's one of the terms they use for when the city passes an ordinance or whatever else like that. An ordinance, to how things are supposed to go. If they're supposed to give out permits for. A company coming into the city to work through the city property, they got to get a permit for that. They got, it's how administrative details are done, and that's one of the things is so anybody's out there saying they are coming for it, you can bet your bottom dollar. No, there ain't nobody coming for it because they don't have the staff now. So think about this. How many cities in the United States, or even just take so, population of the United States versus federal employees that can be pulled from their actual law mandated or things that they're supposed to be doing. So, example: Customs and Border Protection have to have so many people on the border. TSA has to have so many people in the airports, at the bus terminals, at the ocean lines, at the train stations. Treasury has to have so many people in doing Treasury stuff. How many federal employees are there? And how many can be pulled from those jobs to go door to door to seize food? And how many have firearms training? Not as many as you think. and how many would actually do it? How many would, oh, sorry, I'm sick. I'm sick for the next 3 weeks. Here's my doctor's note. Let's see. Yeah, they have the National Guard doing stuff that's not their job. But, and that's, the National Guard, unless it's been activated and brought under the Air Force or the Army, doesn't have to do federal stuff. It's up to the state. And so that's the states having the National Guard do stuff they're not, that's not their job. One of the things they have them do not their job is to try to help out during emergencies out there to rescue people and stuff like that. Basically doing emergency response stuff. I'll use a CC when it's something that the government would approve. Yeah. Thanks, Sumi. Oh, Lee's here. So when someone says they're coming for your food, not. And the thing is, so if you're worried about someone coming for your food, the prep, so it was a prepping in private, prepping for beginners. Shoot. Hang on a second here. I forgot which group I did this one in, so I just got to look here real quick. Prepping. Yeah, prepping in private. It was in the prepping in private playlist. Prepping in private #1, where to hide food and personal protection devices and money. Where it's not going to be found if someone just comes and does a quick search through your house looking for stuff. So,
slightly off on topic. I've told so many people, and my wife even understands, if it comes down to where, there's no law enforcement, everything's falling apart, the Tawaki, whatever scenario, gangs are roaming around looking for stuff. Open your front door, throw things out the front door, clothing, pillowcases, whatever you got, just junk, garbage, let it scatter all over inside the front door, and stay in your basement. People are going to walk by and look and see an open door with garbage, go, oh, that one's already been raided, and they'll move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, had to throw that in there.
Yeah. Yeah, like Leah says, there's not enough manpower. And the thing is that everyone thinks martial law means they can come in and do anything. No, martial law does not mean they can come in and do anything. Martial law is, oh crap, it's gotten so bad that the local law enforcement can't enforce the laws. So we're going to, by doing martial law, we can send the National Guard in to do law enforcement. And if it gets bad enough, then they can send in, I believe, Lee, correct me on this, because they keep changing a little back and forth on this, things about whether or not they can send military in to assist local law enforcement in law enforcement only.
That won't happen in the small cities and small towns. That's going to happen in the big cities. There's just not enough military. They're all shipped overseas right now. So there's that too.
And
that's worrisome.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's actually not the FEMA house marking system. It is the ICS house marking system, the incident command. It's part of the ICS system, and you can learn that from your local CERT group. And for it, and actually, where did I put it? Hang on, I gotta grab the book. It's right over here.
While Gil's not listening, I can talk.
And of course, even though this is yellow, there's enough green in it that it shows up here. But let me go inside.
I said, Gil's gone. I can talk. He came right back. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, I just had to grab the book. It was just out of reach. So, it's got all sorts of index here. And where is the Search and rescue. Okay, 24. Page 24 should be it. I want to show you the marking thing he was talking about.
Yeah, that'd be good to know the marking so you can mark your own house as it's already been searched and nothing's here or whatever.
Yeah. Nobody's in here, nothing. Everything. Come on. No, they didn't put it there. Come on. It's got basically you start off with an X, and each of the 4 zones of the X means certain things. And I'm trying to find the example here. This is water. This is that, right on water paper stuff, so it's thicker, like 3 times as thick as a normal sheet, and it's harder to do stuff with. And it actually doesn't like to flip as you flip the pages. Come on, where is it here? Search rescue.
Yeah, we just said Posse Comitatus. That's what I was.
Yeah.
So, no, not if the guard has been nationalized. Well, under the governor's orders, they can act as law enforcement, but under the federal Posse Comitatus comes into the play.
Okay. It's not showing it. I can't find it in here. There it is. Good. Okay, I'm going to make myself big here for a minute. All right, so there's your X. And if we're doing searches, let's see if I can get the focus on it in the right distance here where it becomes readable. So the top one here, the top center one here, date and time of task force exit. On the bottom here, total number of victims still inside the structure.
Victims? Oh, like dead victims?
People that are victims of why the house is being searched. Earthquake or tornado or something like that. So you got your entry time over here, and you got personal hazards and stuff, rats, vicious dogs, water leaking and electrical sparking. Things like that, notes to so it's safe for anybody else coming on. Yeah. So basically,
you just write the word gas on the right side there, so nobody goes in there. They'll think they'll blow up.
Yeah, gas leak. Yeah. And so there's the CERT program, 20 hours of training will teach you that and other things. Duncan 1900 is here. Hey, Brenda. Howie's here, food forest permaculture.
What's up, Howie?
Yeah. And so, yeah. Yeah, it has a search map of where you find stuff and stuff like that, but that's not marked on the door on the outside. That's turned over to up the chain of command from the CERT team turns it over to city or county search and rescue, so they know where to go. You don't want to be marking where bodies are, so the public can see that.
Yeah, and the criminals know how to read these maps too, and the X and all that. So it's like, oh, there's nobody in here alive. Great, let's go in and raid the place.
Yeah. So there's no, like I say, with the quote, the federal agencies supposed to be involved are understaffed to do the job they're supposed to be doing anyways, not counting this other superfluous BS that Congress keeps tacking in little things. Oh, we can have them go do this. We can have them go do that. If it's an emergency, they're not going to be doing the superfluous stuff. They're going to do their main core jobs first. And that's part of the COOP plan, the continuity of operations. They must do their main jobs first. So, let's see, what else is there? on this. Yeah, I mean, I think I've harped on this pretty much to get across that no, they're not coming. You know, the FEMA's not coming for your food. Homeland Security's not coming for your food. IRS is interested in food. They're interested in gold and stuff, but they're not going to be going out and trying to raid stuff too, because you know, IRS. IRS. What do they look like? Well, they look similar to the FEMA guys.
They finished their DEI training. They're good. Yeah.
Hey, Tammy, how's it going? Rebel Canners is in the house. And so when it comes for to think about coming to get your food, it's not going to happen. 99.999% not going to happen. Now, around DC, where Arlington and where government offices are, you may get someone going, "Oh, we're out of food here. Let's go raid the go start confiscating food." And that's going to be about the extent of it. When all of a sudden people start going out and not coming back. Now, if you're really worried about it, here's some of the positive stuff to do. When you're buying canning supplies, don't use a credit card, pay cash. Don't use a loyalty card when you're paying cash because it still goes on the computer. All they have is anonymous purchase with cash, and someone anonymously has bought canning supplies. Now here's another secret if you want to order certain things. You can set up a spoof account with Amazon and have everything shipped to an Amazon locker. You go down to the grocery store with cash. You buy a Visa or MasterCard or an Amazon gift card, and with cash, and you use that to purchase whatever you want to purchase on Amazon, have it sent to the pickup locker where you can go and pick up the stuff.
You still got to hook it to an email, but there's ways around that too.
Yeah. How many people have multiple emails?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Depends on how deep you want to go into the tracking and all that stuff, but yeah.
And if you happen to be using Proton for your firewall and use the full Proton service, they're not going to be able to track where your email's coming from. So, I mean, there are ways to go around. I mean, you can also take get a spoof computer, a cheap computer laptop, and use it only down at the coffee shop or or at a someplace else like the library.
Yeah, Panera Bread. They all have free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. And you go down there and you do your transactions there, so it's can't be tracked back to your house. There are ways to hide your internet footprint fairly easy. You just gotta put the effort into it.
Yeah, Food Forest Perm said.
Yeah, I see that. I'm reading that.
They wanted your driver's license so they can see where the chickens are going. Oh, that's so they can come and test it for whatever the latest.
Yeah, actually tell them, no, you don't get to see my driver's license. That's not a law.
I'm shipping them overseas.
Cannot buy chicken feet. Well, wow.
That's Canada, but
Okay, yeah. Here in the United States, no, you just go down to the local granary and you buy, and you can pay cash for it, and you pay cash. They generally give you a discount because then they can. I'm not going to say what they're doing in their finances, but cash is king. And
Chinese restaurants always knew that, but anyway.
And shoot, I don't see. I want to check something here. Tammy just made me think of something here, so I'm looking it up here. Where is it here? It's not showing up there like it's supposed to. Um, and of course, now none of their things are popping up here where I want it to be popping up.
That's because they're watching you. They know where your food is.
Thing is, so usually I have my shortcuts on there, and Facebook keeps pulling shortcuts off there. I keep having to put them back in. Yeah. So it's like, no, do not take my shortcuts off there, because I go to those channels and look, those groups and look at them. Where is it here? Let me think. Okay. So, okay. So I'm going to show one here. Hobby Farms of Southeast Idaho. Oh, I can buy alfalfa. And they got, $7 getting it out of the field. They're not tracking it. $8 out of stack. $8 of one type. So you got the different bales and stuff in different amounts. Buy that. Selling plants and stuff. Agriculture. Where's the chicks again? Where are the chicks and the goats and the cows and the pigs? Tractors for sale. Okay, so we got. Okay, so they got chickens. The cages and stuff, and selling rabbits. Shoot. Come on. But you keep on repeating a lot of stuff here. Now there's not a lot of tack and stuff right now. Oh, so it's selling trees.
If you're on their page, like Rebel Canners, you can go on Rebel Canner page and search the Rebel Canner page. So just put in chicks. But you're not on their page, or maybe you are.
I am, but I don't know where to look. Oh, there it is, the search. Let's see what it says.
Just put in chicks.
CHIC. It's trying to give me individual people on there.
Yeah, KS.
Just do chickens. See what happens. I just do chickens.
You should enter.
Chicken coops, free chickens, chicken grain.
Chickens.
Yeah.
I love that KFC one. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Back. Let me search rabbits.
Rabbits for sale. You just hit the X.
Oops, I did. Damn it.
Hit the enter button.
Yeah. Rabbits. Rabbit hutches. I think it looks like they've sold most of the rabbits and stuff. Now they're just selling hutches and stuff. In the springtime, the rabbits are up there. The chicks are up there. Everything like that's up there for for buying them. Plus, then there is Facebook Marketplace, and then there are some of the
got your local garage sale things, and
yes, and there's other places where people list. They got too many chickens. They're selling chickens. They're selling chicks. They're selling rabbits. They're selling piglets, stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, and also flea markets and the farmers markets. You can always go to farmers market, and anybody you see who's dealing and what and everything. Say, hey, anybody's selling rabbits right now? And if they're not selling rabbits, they know who else there is selling rabbits. And so a lot of the vendors there, if they're not selling it, they'll refer you to another vendor that is, and vice versa. So
everybody knows somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah. And so there's ways to get things and stuff. And then, of course, there's these state sales where you can go in and pay cash and get all sorts of canning jars, pressure canners, water bath canners, canning equipment like that. And some estate sales, I saw one. It didn't pop up in my feed until 2 days after it happened, and it was posted 2 days before it was supposed to happen for an estate sale. They had supposedly had a boatload of number 10 cans freeze dried that their parents had, and they wanted, and they hadn't have room for it, so they were selling it from the estate sale. That was listed as part of the stuff they were selling. It's like, a lot of people are going to be leery of buying cans, but it's like, hey, it's freeze dried, and there's no holes in the can, and there's no rust on the can. It's good. So there is ways for you to get your food where nobody knows you got that food. So that's some of the things to look at. Also, you can Walton Grains. I think it's Walton Grains. You can buy 50-pound bags of like red winter wheat. That's double in heavy duty rubberized bags. So it's, you don't have to worry about moisture and stuff in it. And you can buy barley, and you can buy oats, and you can buy everything else like this. And it's like, wow, okay. And Walton's not tracking whether people are buying it for self-use or they're buying it for animal food.
Just got to watch what they spray on it.
Yeah. And let me put it this way. If you're doing oats, it's safer to buy American-grown oats than it is to buy other oats, such as what Quaker is selling, because Quaker is selling oats that were imported, not grown in the U.S. And whether it was grown outside the U.S., it's been sprayed with the whatever heck it is. We did a live on it on a couple weeks ago, and so the levels are, whereas the stuff in the U.S. is still down here.
Yeah, it's going on out here too.
Yeah.
$100 cans of sockeye.
Mm-hmm. Pay cash, just to let everybody, everyone know. Use cash. Wear a mask to keep the bad guys from knowing. Yeah, you wear one of your red dragon stopping masks.
Yeah, wear the mask, sunglasses, and a hat, and tuck your hair.
Yeah, and then cough.
So that the facial recognition won't catch you.
And Prepper 101 is here. Okay. That's what she was talking about, that. Yeah. And Steve is here. Horse Air Trainers. So yeah, it's if anybody thinks that the federal government is going to get FEMA to do the items at the bottom of their to-do list during the national emergency, which during the national emergency they're required to do their core job details, and they are short 35% of the staff they are supposed to have, so they don't have enough people to do their normal stuff. They ain't going to get to that. Go out and qualify, take the food, and I can just about guarantee just about every sheriff's department is going to say, no, we're too busy to do that. Sorry, that's not our mandate. That's not part of our job description. We're enforcing law, stopping criminals, and serving the public, not serving the federal government. uh, yeah, they're starting to talk about make masks, the masks illegal. But then the federal government has, or I should say, Fauci, Mr. Fauci, not Dr. Fauci, Mr. Fauci, because several members of Congress refused to call him doctor. So I'm not going to call him doctor either. I'm going to call him Mr. Fauci, or just Mr. Fascist. Hey, Diana, too. To his stuff, there's still things on that because what he said got put on the books. So, yeah, there may be some pushback when certain areas say wearing masks in public is, unless they what's the word I want to put here? Unless they stipulate that it's against the law to wear any type of mask unless there is a some sort of pandemic, that whatever type of medical emergency that the local county has signed off on. So if a county makes it illegal, they can make it illegal until they turn around. The county health department says, yes, okay, it's time to wear masks again. Wait a minute. Clown Fucci. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I hope I relieved a lot of people's anxiety about the fact that, people will just gear up and come on out. And since they have more than enough people to do all this BS which they don't have, it's just, it ain't happening, folks. All right. So it's getting to that time here. So let me bring up the schedule here. All right. So coming up on Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, Mark and I are going to be joined by Tammy of Rebel Canners, and we're going to be talking about canners, not canning, canners, pressure canners, water bath canners, Instapot canners, electric canners, gas canners, all the different types and brands of canners, and which ones are better than others, which ones are average. And we're talking about
which ones you'll never need parts for.
Exactly.
That's my favorite one. Tammy's too.
Yeah. Next Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping, are you physically ready? Come on, you're not going to ask the question?
No.
Ready for what?
No.
Ready for life. And so when we're talking about, are you physically ready? Are you physically ready to do what you need to do to keep on going on? I'm not talking about physically ready for bugging out. I'm not talking about physically ready, fighting off all the hordes around you. If we have a shift or a Towaki and or Tiwaki, sorry, because the O is silent. The T-E-O-T is T. Tiwaki. Gotta learn your proper English. Yeah. So are you physically ready to do, I'm going to have to plant a garden. Are you physically ready to get out there and plant a garden? Do all the work it's going to take to plant a garden? Are you physically ready to do the repairs on your home itself and do whatever else other little tasks that you normally just hire someone else to do? Oh yeah, Pat Small, you're sure right about that one. All right. Thursday is the midnight ride at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Friday on Camp Patton is midnight. The Friday night on the homestead. It's the first day of summer, and we're going to talk about weather. We're going to talk about impact on gardening. We're going to be talking about the changing of the seasons, We're going to be talking about the changing of the sunrise sunset times and how it's going to affect your garden. Yep. And so that's on Friday. Next Saturday is chickens for preppers. And there's going to be a lot of preppers out there. No, we don't want to be raising chickens. We want to have freeze-dried food only. Well, let me give you, hey, there'll be a reason why you want to attend next Saturday for chickens for preppers. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, Mark, for coming up here. Thanks for your comments in the side chat, everybody. And remember, pros, stay happy. No matter what life throws at you, stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month and plant some food. Whether it's a tree, whether it's an indoor garden, outdoor garden, plant some food and grow some food. All right, everybody. Take care.
Good night, everybody.